from alderman first or speakers first?
Who was your second?
Second.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry.
Sorry, I seconded.
Speakers.
Okay. So Alderman Gregory, you're okay with hearing from the public
Absolutely,
first?
absolutely.
Okay. All righty, let's see who we have. Maribel Cruz Hine.
You guys miss me? I missed you. All right. I have excerpts from the National Museum of African American History, Culture, and Smithsonian that I want to share with you guys. The world got along without race for the overwhelming majority of its history. The U.S. has never been without it. David R. Roediger. Historical foundations of race. Race is a human-invented shorthand term used to describe and categorize people into various social groups based on the characteristics like skin color, physical features, and genetic heredity. Race will not be valid biological concept. It's a real social construction that gives and denies benefits and privileges. American society developed the notion of race early in its formation to justify the new economic system of capitalism, which depended on the institution of forced labor, especially the enslavement of African and indigenous American peoples. To more accurately understand how race and its counterpart racism are woven in the very fabric of American society, we must explore the history of how race, white privilege, anti-blackness, and anti-immigrant came to be. The invention of race is a concept of race, or the concept of race as we understand it today, evolved alongside the formation of the United States and was deeply connected with the evolution of two other terms, white and slave. The words race, white, and slave were only used by the Europeans in the 15th century. They brought these words with them to North America. However, the words did not have the meanings that they have today. Instead, that it needs developing American society would transform these words' meanings into new ideas. Another thing that they had is whiteness. Whiteness and white racialized identity refer to the way that white people, their customs, culture, and beliefs operates as a standard by which all other groups are compared. Whiteness is also the core of understanding race in America. Whiteness and the normalization of white racial identity throughout America's history have created a culture where non-white persons are seen as inferior or abnormal. Persons who identify as white rarely have to think about their racial identity because they live within a culture where whiteness has been normalized. This is from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Indigenous, what does that mean? Of relating to or descending from the earliest known inhabitants of a place, and especially of a place that was colonized. Indigenous peoples' cultures, the term indigenous derives from the Latin word indigena, meaning sprung from the land, or native. It was first used in English early 17th century to refer to individuals or groups who originated from a particular region or territory. Why am I talking about this? There is no country named white. Where do your ancestors come from? To what land or people did they originate from? Where are they indigenous from? Why create race? The oppressors, colonizers want us distracted and divided while they benefit from our pain that is part of capitalism. The more we find what we have in common, we break down those barriers of fear, ego, and beliefs that we have of one another. Today, I went to a press conference at the Capitol to end qualified immunity of the police, to stand in solidarity with several families affected by the very system I just talked about. We are all intertwined. Do you guys want to guess how many people it takes to create you? For you to be born today from 12 previous generations, you needed a total sum of 4,094 people, ancestors over the last 400 years. Think for a moment how many struggles, how many battles, how many difficulties, how many sadness, how much happiness, how many love stories, how many expressions of hope for the future did your ancestors have to undergo for you to exist at this present moment. Indigenous People Day is not just for me, but it's for you too. It's an invitation to get to know your ancestors, your history, to learn from one another, to heal and thrive in ways that we have never thought of before. And with that being said, I also would like to invite you to this symposium that I'm organizing with the Springfield Families for Ceasefires, which is various organizations that have been coming here to talk that are going to attend. And I guess that's all I have. Much love, liberation, and free Palestine. So I'm going to share this with you guys.
Thank you.